Alright, welcome back. Today we're doing CSS border properties, so we can change the borders on stuff with CSS. So I have set up my border test div here. We have border test, and we're just flex centering this smiling emoji to make ourselves happier for the day. So the way we are going to set this up is currently the first one. Let's actually get rid of this for a sec. You can see here that we have border 1 pixel solid, and it is pink. So this is a 1 pixel border all the way around, and it is a pink border. So then the second property we have here is border top, and I have that set to violet, even though you can't really see the difference. So I would just change that to something else like green. So then we can see the top border changes to green and the rest is still pink, because this is overriding this border command. So then if we wanted to set the bottom border, we could do that as well. And these will override as they are in that order. So we put that on top, it won't override, and that won't work. But if I put that down the bottom, it will override it down here. And then we'll have 2 green and 2 pink. And we can also set the width of the border. So if we wanted a 10 pixel border, we could do that as well. There we go, we've got a really big, larger border there. And we can use border radius. I wish that would stop popping up and doing that. Border radius. This is kind of cool. Remember how to spell radius of 10 pixels. And let's see what that looks like. So that just rounds the corners. So what would happen if we set the border radius to 100%? Anyone know what will happen? It will make it into a circle. So if you ever wanted a div to be circular, you can set the border on it. Or even if you don't set the border, you can set the border radius to 100%. And then it will set that div to round. And right, now we have border types. There is also different types of borders you can apply. So this one we're just using a solid border. You can also we'll do another 10, or maybe we'll do 5 pixels. And then I'll change this to border types, and then we'll just reload. So this one, I didn't pad it. So you can see we have solid. If we get rid of solid here, there's also dashed, and then we get a dashed border. If you want a dotted border, you can do that. And that kind of looks like a little bit like cut out if you use 1 pixel for that, and it makes the dashes smaller as well. I'll set it back to 5 so you can see it. And then there is dotted as well. So you can have a dotted border, or a dashed border, or a solid border, and then you can set the pixels and the color. So that's pretty much it for borders. If you wanted to just set the border bottom and then to be dashed, you could just go bottom, border bottom 5 pixels solid, and then we just have a border along the bottom of our element. That is CSS borders. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.